You're duct taped to a chair in the middle of a warehouse, dressed in your homemade Joker Halloween costume. A real-life psychopath, a black and white clown, is approaching you with a chainsaw. He's grinning a black smile, his formerly pristine clown suit stained with blood. You don't know exactly how Art the Clown is going to kill you, but you know one thing for sure. It definitely isn't going to be quick, and it won't be pretty. You've seen the awful things he's done to people who weren't quite as lucky as you tonight. But what happens to you might be the worst of all. You picked a hell of a way to spend your Halloween. How did you end up in this homicidal harlequin's kill list? And do you have any hope of getting out without getting turned into Art's latest gory masterpiece? We'll find out along with how to defeat the Terrifier himself on this episode of The Infographic Show. You versus Art the Clown from Terrifier. So before you came under threat of having your butt meat rearranged by a killer clown's power tools, you were just preparing for another happy Halloween in Miles County. You got a party tonight, so you're dressing as the coolest clown on the block, DC's very own Joker. You actually liked Joker, folie à deux. The critics just didn't get it. Sure, your buddy said dressing as a clown might be poor taste because some psycho clown murdered a bunch of people and ate a girl's face last Halloween. But come on, it's been a year. People were cracking the Titan submersible jokes mid-rescue. And besides, you heard that the clown died in a confrontation with police last year, so it's not like somebody will think you're him. You just slap on a purple suit, a crappy green wig, and some face paint, and you look like you're just about ready to live in a society. With your Joker look complete, you hit the streets feeling slick and stylish. You wish you had a big set of stairs to dance down. Instead, you're walking through suburbia, trying to find the address of the house party you were invited to. Okay, you weren't technically invited, but you saw the event on Facebook and it seemed like a kind of open door thing. Joker strutting down the street, dodging kids and tipsy 20-somethings, you get that creepy feeling you're being watched. And people don't normally watch you, you've got the god-awful Twitch metrics to prove it. You turn and spot a clown down the street. His face like only a mother could love, if he hadn't buried her under the floorboards already. It's a monochrome clown with a little hat and a black garbage bag slung over one of his shoulders, and he's looking right at you with an eerie grin. In the spirit of clown for clown solidarity, you wave to him and he waves back. You call out, "Great costume, man! Must have taken you forever to get that makeup on." He doesn't say a word, he just gives a big, exaggerated nod, probably best to keep on moving. He gives you the full-body creeps. Little do you know, you're in the early stages of getting stalked by one of the most terrifying slashers of all time, Art the Clown. Even before he was resurrected from the dead by a demon to continue his killing spree, we'll get to that later, he was one bad dude, a sadistic psycho with the muscle to crush skulls underfoot or slice bodies in half lengthwise with a handsaw. A twisted pro at isolating victims, savoring every second to craft the perfect ultra-violent masterpiece for his blood-stained tally. In the early stalking stages, Art is just clowning around, cranking up the creepy or annoying factor. But he levels up fast when he whips out a rusty serrated machete and charges straight at you. You manage to narrowly avoid crapping your pants and run for your life. Art is hot on your heels, waving his machete like a madman. He's got the crazy look in his eyes that says he'll absolutely turn you into hamburger if he catches you. You could probably do with a little more cardio, a must for avoiding killer clowns trying to mutilate you, but you manage to stay ahead. You weave through the suburbs screaming like your life depends on it because, well, it does. When you actually catch people's attention with all your frantic yapping, you turn to see that the black and white clown is nowhere to be seen. Your thinking reframes. It must have been some weird, mean-spirited Halloween prank. Of course. What a semi-hilarious irony. Now you look like the Joker who can't take a joke. You won't realize he is the infamous Miles County Clown at this stage, but at the party you'll get a better clue. You arrive not even really thinking about the creepy clown encounter, and that's when you start to realize the downside of coming to a party where you don't actually know anybody. Nobody wants to talk to the complete stranger in the Joker outfit. After a few cringe-level attempts at small talk, you head for the bathroom mainly to get out of here before you can socially bomb any harder. You stumble into a bathroom horror show. It's like the septic tank exploded. But the worst part? Someone has finger-painted the word art on the wall in brown. You don't know what the hell to call this, but it sure isn't art. Suppressing the urge to puke, you run out of the bathroom and into the yard. And that's when you see a familiar white face in the bushes. It's that same creepy clown you saw earlier, the one who chased you with what you hoped was just a fake machete. Did he follow you here? Before you can actually ask, he lifts up a little bicycle horn and honks it at you. You can count the number of people who've heard that horn and survived the night on one hand. Uneasy, you head back in, resisting every urge to glance back. There's gotta be someone in here you can talk to and warn them about the gate-crashing clown. No, not you, the other gate-crashing clown. But it's already too late. Art has picked you to be his final kill tonight. He will murder anyone who gets in the way of him taking his time on you. Earlier in the evening, he's already murdered 2 cops, a pizza boy, a gaggle of adult trick-or-treaters, and the janitor in a nearby warehouse. If you want to live to see November 1st, you're going to need to fight for your life. Inside the house, the host of the party, who's dressed up as Joe Exotic from Tiger King, corners you about crashing his party. He is not buying your story about the creepy clown in the bushes until Art the Clown creeps up behind him and stabs him in the back. Everyone at the party, yourself included, screams as not Joe Exotic falls to the ground. Art just keeps on stabbing like he's carving a Thanksgiving dinner. Most people run for their lives, and since you're no hero, you do too, elbowing slutty Barbie and Ken out of your way. A few of the larger, braver guys at the party try to tackle the killer clown before he can turn the host into a jack-o'-lantern, but courage is not rewarded tonight. Art is not an ordinary slasher. He's a real pragmatist, and he is not above playing dirty if it means taking home the W and getting his clown suit bloody. Without a moment's hesitation, Art pulls a MAC-10 submachine gun and blows all the would-be heroes to kingdom come before you're even all the way out the door. He claps his creepy clown eyes on you and gives chase, firing his gat and destroying a chunk of the doorframe. Time to run like hell again. With gun-toting Art on your tail, you keep low and run in an unpredictable serpentine pattern. The good news is, he's unlikely to go for a kill shot while you're running away. The bad news is, he is shooting to wound, so he can torture you to death afterwards. The best you can hope for is using Art's sadism against him. He takes so much time on his kills that he might buy you more time to escape. But Art also loves upping the ante. You turn to see he's jacked a pickup and is barreling toward you, swerving wildly to mow down every pedestrian in sight. But don't worry, you are his main target. We don't want you to get all jealous about it. Because you don't want to get turned into road pizza by an evil clown, you duck down an alleyway and continue running for dear life. And that's when you see a strange figure standing there, waiting for you. Is she wearing some kind of horrifying Halloween mask? Nope, it's Victoria Hayes, the only survivor of the Miles County Clowns massacre last year, who had her face eaten by the same killer clown currently chasing you. You would think that this would give you something to bond over, but nope. She pulls out a taser, zapping you with a maniacal laugh. This is a real doozy of a night for you. You fall to the ground, losing consciousness, knowing that you're probably going to wake up to something awful. And you'd be right. What you heard about Art dying last year wasn't an exaggeration. The Miles County Clown really did meet his end. But a demonic entity really liked his style and decided to resurrect him to perform more mayhem this year. And because a demon loves a front row seat to any carnage it's causing, it's chosen to possess the body of one of Art's only surviving victims. Victoria is now a little more than Art's demonic henchman in this latest Halloween massacre. You wake up in the main hall of a warehouse, still dressed in your Joker costume, arms bound to the arms of the chair with duct tape. Off to the side, you can see the demonically possessed Victoria watching and enjoying a bowl of popcorn. Out of the darkness, Art emerges, wielding a chainsaw, his face twisted into a manic grin. We're back where we started, and you need to think fast, or you're just going to be another mangled body to add to this year's pile. Art practically dances over, swinging his chainsaw like a twisted baton, savoring every second. The gnashing blades hover inches from your face. It is now or never, Joker. As Art lunges in, you panic and throw yourself back with all your weight, knocking the entire chair backwards. In your first stroke of luck tonight, the gruesome twosome didn't even have the time to nail the chair to the floor. Art won't give up. He leans in and tries to saw you to pieces. You swing sideways, and his chainsaw cuts through the arm of the chair, narrowly avoiding turning you into an amputee. But that's enough to free you from the chair. You get up and run for the nearest door. It leads to a series of corridors in the bowels of the building, which you run through, the buzz of Art's chainsaw echoing behind you. You grab a piece of rebar that's leaning against a wall and hope that the metal is still sturdy enough to parry a chainsaw. This time, you are not taking the bait. You drive the rebar through her heart with lethal, adrenalized accuracy. She screeches, melting into a pile of demonic sludge on the floor. You haven't killed the demon sponsoring Art, of course, but you have destroyed its physical vessel, which is still a win. But you still have a killer clown to deal with, and if you think you're going to be able to do that alone, then you really are a joker. Art comes running around the corner with the chainsaw, only to see you holding a gooey piece of rebar and a pile of sludge that used to be his demonic assistant. He frowns, then shrugs, grinning again. Sentiment is not his thing, he's just here for the kills. You raise the rebar as Art swings the chainsaw down. Sparks fly. Maybe you're in this with a chance. Even with his demonic strength, the chainsaw isn't exactly convenient to swing around. With adrenaline on your side, you're able to keep blocking it with your piece of rebar. And that's when Art gets frustrated, pulling out a hidden handgun and shooting you in the gut. We told you Art didn't like to play fair when he's losing. You collapse against the wall, bleeding in terrible pain, while Art silently laughs at you. It looks like the clown really did have the last laugh. Suddenly, you're bathed in a golden angelic light. Art's jaw drops as it surrounds you. Your wounds heal, and the rebar starts to transform in your hand into a golden sword. As it turns out, for every demonic sponsor, there's an angelic one, fighting against the forces of evil. And through showing courage in the face of death, you just got yourself a sponsor. Talk about a plot twist. With one strike of the sword, you cleave through the blade of the chainsaw and take off Art's head in a single strike. His demon buddies may bring him back next year, but for now, only one clown is standing, and that clown is you. Think you could take down Art? How do you do it? Drop your killer plan in the comments. Now check out the rest of the You vs. series, or watch this instead.